That's what I'm ready to do right now. That's what I'm ready to do right now. First of all, I'd like to say congratulations to Stanford on your big win. I know you're not going to do nothing Saturday because you got it all out of you tonight. You got it all out of you tonight. Ain't going to happen tonight. No, you ain't going to have no specialty Saturday, I promise you. And you're a great player. He's not going to have nothing Saturday against Duke. I promise you. And I'll get to that. Why won't they be able to do that against Duke? It's because Duke is a fucking disciplined team, and North Carolina is the most undisciplined team in the ACC, and also the dead last in total defense in the ACC, and also they literally suck in every position except Caleb Wilson. Here's the problem with Caleb Wilson. Caleb Wilson, during this whole entire shooting spree that everybody else is just going on against us, well, he's just letting it happen too. So he's giving us something on offense, but giving us nothing on defense. Henry Vaciar, humongous defensive liability, just like I said he was at Arizona last year. Arizona's a much better team without him, as you can see right now. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, Arizona is a much better team without Henry Vaciar. Why? They got rid of their defensive liability. They got rid of one of them. They're better. And North Carolina just can't, and they're going to it again. They're going right back there again this year. I don't care that they're 14-3. That don't matter. That don't matter. How many road games in the ACC does anybody think this Carolina team can win? How many road games in the conference does anybody think this Carolina team can win? At California? Nope. At NC State? Nope. At Duke? At home against Duke? Let's see. At NC State? Oh, Lord, no. Let's see. Maybe at home against Clemson? No. Let's see. Georgia Tech, maybe? Maybe. Here's the thing, though. They don't play Boston College, and that's probably a good thing for Hubert Davis and Carolina because it will be a Q4 win. Look, guys, I'm just going to be flat out honest with you. Hubert Davis is not a good coach. I just have to tell the truth. He's not a good coach. He is not going to lead them anywhere but the bubble. They'll be right back in Dayton again. Now you mark this video down when you see it. Record the date that you saw it, and then when the selection Sunday comes, either they're going to be out of the tournament or they're going to be in Dayton. They're not going to be ranked next week. It's just not going to happen. Because you think Stanford blowed them out tonight? California coming off a loss to Duke, even if they don't lose to Duke, it doesn't matter if they lose to Duke because North Carolina can't guard a flea. They literally cannot guard a flea. Now, I've seen a lot of Carolina teams in my past struggle, but mostly back in my days, it was on offense. The defense regressed under Roy Williams after the 2017 national title. I thought it was pretty bad. And it's just gotten significantly, monumentally worse under Hubert Davis. And the offense is stale. I thought Caleb Wilson tonight, even though he had 24 points, when he was going up for a dunk, he was so slow. I mean, they just weren't ready. And they're not going to be ready Sunday. first of all, they got the worst coach in the country to have them ready to play a ball game. That's a fact. And I know a lot of Carolina fans are big on Hubert and stuff, but you got to see it now. You have to see it by now that, first of all, Stanford is really not a very good team. I mean, Notre Dame only scored, Notre Dame held that Stanford team to 40. North Carolina gave up 90 fucking 5. That's how bad our defense is. It's worse than Mack Brown's defense in football. Just save that for a rainy day, because Hubert Davis makes Mack Brown's defense look like a fucking championship caliber defense. That's how fucking pathetic this basketball team is on defense. And that's the honest truth. They can't guard a fucking flea. If my dog was out there playing basketball right now, they couldn't guard her because she would be draining fucking threes right and fucking left. Put me out there on this team. Shit, I could average 30 a game. It's easy against this team. Why? Because the lane between them and the shooter is big enough to drive a fucking 18-wheeler through it. This team is stupid. They're stupid, and they're coached by a stupid-ass coach. And they wonder why we don't get in games and stuff at games. Maybe that's why. Maybe I've been the wrong one calling out Carolina fans. Maybe the team is the reason why we don't get into games, because they don't give us a lot to get into it about. Because they fucking suck. Outside of Caleb Williams and outside of Henry Vasiar on offense, what the fuck does this team fucking have? Can anybody tell me, what the fuck does this team have? They don't have a fucking thing. They don't have a fucking point guard. They don't have a fucking thing. Neither one of their starters can play a fucking lick of defense. Especially on the perimeter. I'm at a point, this team is completely mismatched in every aspect of the game. Hubert Davis failed last year to get a big guy. He failed this year again, really, to get a big guy, because the big guy that he got this year can score, but he can't fucking defend at all. I want a big guy like North Carolina's always got, that can fucking defend, that can fucking score. That's what I want. That's what Duke's got. That's what Duke keeps getting, that North Carolina somehow can't do. That is why I think North Carolina needs to fire Hubert Davis at the end of the season, regardless, because they're not going to get no better. It's just not going to happen. It's January the fucking 14th, 15th. They're not going to get no better, guys. Half the season's over with. It ain't fucking happening. Okay? I know conference plays just started, but I don't care about that. It's just not going to happen. They fucking suck. And yeah, I'm grilling them and I'm grilling the coaches. Marcus Page ain't doing his job either. He ain't doing his job either. Not doing his job. If we cannot get the fuck out there and recruit with some of the best teams in the country, then why in the fuck do we even bother playing the game of basketball? Why don't we just become somebody like, just give it up. Give up the game of basketball. Oh, we used to be. We're like UCLA. We used to be, but no more. That's really what we are. Why not just be as bad as fucking Boston College and be done with it, Carolina? You want to suck so bad, just be like Boston College. 'Cause this team makes me so fucking mad. I mean, just sitting here watching it, I can identify the problems, and they can't on the floor. That is the problem, guys. What do? When they go to man-to-man. They guard for a little bit. Then Hubert says, let's switch it a little bit, Let's switch it around a little bit. And when they go to switching, what in the hell happens? Volkswagen Beetle. Catch the Volkswagen Beetle. He's going to drive you to a wide open shooter. Boom, boom, boom. Fucking. They hit 16 fucking threes against Carolina. 16. Pathetic. Fucking pathetic.